November's update is out, and what an update they have for us. Hello and welcome to the Critically Curious Monk, and today, yes, we are in Age of Wonders Retold. It is currently November, and we got our November update. The Arena of the Gods has launched for both console and Steam players. Now, what exactly is it? What can we expect from it? Well, do you know what? I am so stoked for this. I heard that this was coming out, and I was struggling to understand exactly how it was going to work, and this is essentially another campaign, another main story campaign in which you play as a single character, and you're supposed to be carving your own legend, telling your story. You have 35 missions. Yeah, you heard that right. This is 35 missions long on average. The shorter missions are going to be taking you around half an hour. The longer ones could be taking a lot longer than that. Age of Mythology isn't exactly a quick game, especially in some of the skirmish matches, and this sets to change things on a biblical level. You are going straight up against the Titan, the god of the Titan himself. You're supposed to be defeating him. Now, what I quite like the most about this is designed to play as co-op. You are designed to play this game with a friend. You can play it single player. You can play it on your own. In which case you will be playing with an AI character, and we all know how atrocious they can be at times. However, this is something that the developers have come ahead and done and actually made something for cooperative play. I don't know about you, but I think that's bloody amazing. Now, we've done a few levels, and it's been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of different twists and turns. Every single map, there seems to be something new, some kind of new angle, some kind of new rule that isn't in the standard Age of Mythology playing. So I've really been enjoying that. I figured it'd be a good time to kind of like break down exactly what this is. We've kind of gone over most of it. However, I have pulled a few stills of the official information that Age of Mythology have released. And don't forget, guys, if you enjoy this content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I think 94% of all Age of Mythology viewers are not currently subscribed to the channel. It would mean so much to us if you hit that button. But anyway, let's get stuck into the video. Okay, so it says, what is the Arena of the Gods? In a world where the gods reign supreme, Arena of the Gods beckon you to answer their call. This is an all-new mode. And that is right, this is a brand new mode that hasn't been in Age of Mythology before. You embark on a legendary hero through 35 skirmish missions filled with mythological wonder and peril. Another thing I quite like about that is that you kind of pick your own path through these 35 missions as well. I think that's kind of interesting, though, how that you can play them kind of... There is a route, there is a line that you can follow, but there is also a bit of choice, which I absolutely love. Now, what exactly do you get with the Arena of the Gods? Now, we've already mentioned the 35 missions. We've already mentioned the solo and the co-op, which, by the way, again, I just think it's awesome that they've had that pre-thought. I don't think that there are enough developers around that actually think about good quality games that you play cooperatively, because after all, that's kind of what makes these games memorable. But what I want to talk about is the earned blessings. Yes, that's right. As you play through this game, as you play through the levels, you will earn favors. Now, they are small. Sometimes they seem a little bit meh, okay, I wonder how much that's going to make a difference. But some of these things are massive. So basically, you can pick up to 3 as you unlock more and more in the game. They are little blessings that you can pick. You can pick up to 3. They do stack. They're little things like, for instance, have your villagers cost a little bit less. Have your myth units cost a little bit less in favor, or you start the game with a bodyguard, which is quite cool. 6 extra troops at the beginning of battle can be very, very helpful. Now, some of them are clearly better than others, but I do love how they're adding that in. So and again, you can make that choice as to which three you are taking. Something that we actually found out as playing through as well with the person that I was playing the missions with is that I could pick my own blessings and they could pick their own blessings as well, their own favors as well. So they work, very, very well like that. I think that's really interesting how you can pick essentially six different ones. So I haven't been able to play with all of them yet because we've only done a few of the missions, but I wonder if there's a way that you might be able to cheese a little bit of extra goodness in that game there. Now, as we already mentioned, there are 35 different missions. You get to choose your own path as well. What I would say from what we've played is that this actually is quite tricky as well. Working with your chosen person or working with the AI that you get stuck with is so important because this essentially otherwise is going to be a 2-on-1 battle. Most of the time, apart from the tutorial mission, you are up against 2 AI. It is set on hard difficulty as well. You can turn it up to legendary difficulty as well. So when we come to just how tough is this, how much of a challenge are these 35 missions going to be, I think they could be pretty tough, especially the last encounter. After all, this is all building up to that big last encounter. I think what's going to make this game so much more interesting is the twists, the world twists that every single level kind of offers you. Now, some of them are right from the get-go. Like, for instance, we had a couple of missions where, for instance, myth units had no favor cost whatsoever. Well, that's pretty sick because then you're just going to be pumping out a myth unit. You're going to be getting some massive armies very, very quickly in the game. Other times you have an increased resources cap at the beginning. Other times, however, you get certain things pop up in middle of the game. In other words, the game's changing around you as you play. Little objectives maybe or something odd happening. I also quite like how you get to recruit troops that have supposedly been frozen by Kronos. There will often be a mission objective on how to unfreeze them. And they can pop up in the middle of your game as well, quite often than not in enemy territory. So the way that these missions play out is really, really interesting. All in all, I am stoked for November's update. I know this is the update before the big DLC drops, the Chinese DLC that's supposed to be dropping, but it's an absolutely good one. It's one that they definitely didn't have to do. It's one that surprised the community as well, and it's a welcomed one at that. But let me know down in the comments what you think of this surprise update. Are you happy with it? Are you going to be playing through those 35 missions? And of course, if you are looking for someone to play through those missions with, we do actually have a active and growing Discord. You can find the link for that down in the description of the video. We have a few Age of Mythology players in the Discord already, but it'd be fantastic to get more of the community inside that Discord so that perhaps we can set up some multiplayer games and even some tournaments down the line. But until next time, I've been a monk who's been a Critically Curious, and I will see you in the next one real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.